Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Jobu, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Because without you guys, this just doesn't work. Well, guys, happy New Year. That's right. It is the NFL New Year right now as we speak. The 2018 season has begun. I know it's weird because we've had all kinds of activity that's been going on throughout the NFL. We have had, trades left and right from even at the Super Bowl. We're getting news that not Kirk Cousins, that Alex Smith was being traded to the Washington Redskins and that Kirk Cousins was going to be homeless. We have had, from Marcus Peters traded from Kansas City to the Rams. We've had players out there that have been let go that, are great players and things like that. Demario Davis is gone. Well, that's breaking news on me. I have not seen that one. Let me see if that is in fact true. Um, we've got news on the draft location, guys. It's going to be off the chain. I just wanted to come in and wish everybody a happy New Year and just let you guys know. Nominant Sue has been released. Breaking news on that one. And let me look up here on Demario Davis. Like I said, I wanted to come through. I know it's early in the day. It's only 1 o'clock out there on the West Coast. But, it's New Year's. We definitely wanted to say something. The Saints got Demario. Wow. Well, you know what? I ain't mad at him. That gumbo. You know what it is, Mike? Damn. Demario, it's my fault. I got Demario hooked on shrimp and grits. We did the shrimp and grits interview, and he signs with the Saints. Oh my God! Damn. Damn, I should have served him Texas chili.
No. Or is it the curse of you, of Joe Boo? Because the last two guys that you like.
No. What it is the Dallas Cowboys didn't make a call to Demario and say, hey, buddy, we want you there. Shout out to Demario Davis. Congratulations on a new contract that you're going to be with 3 years. Oh, my God. Really, Dallas? Really? It's a 3-year, $24 million contract. Really? He signed for less than Anthony Hitchens, a guy who had 135 tackles last year, 97 solo, 5 sacks, and he got taken for $24 million?
Hey, but think about it this way, though.
Oh, sorry, guys. Let me turn the volume up.
But think about it this way. He was only making $1 million last year.
Sorry, guys.
He was only making $1 million
wow.
last year. So that's more than what he was making last year.
No. You're missing the point, Michael. He signed for only $8 million a year. Hitchens signed for $9 million. You're telling me you guys didn't even make a call?
He got what he was asking for.
That
way.
No. Okay, Michael. No, he got that. What I'm saying is the Cowboys could have had him. We could have had a guy in the middle. Holy moly.
I knew we weren't going to
Okay, well, here it is. I'm going to be going off, guys. Wow.
That's how I feel when work when I get them.
Wow. I am disappointed, to say the least, at the moment. Wow. Everybody that's doing a super chat, I appreciate it. I'll get these super chats and stuff, get you guys added to the drawing here. I need to look up something real quick here. Wow.
My question is why you're disappointed when Dallas does the same thing every year?
No, because you know why? You know why I'm pissed? Okay, Michael, my son is just like, blah, 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 blah. He's about to get bitch slapped. Excuse my language. But here's the thing. Last year I said, go get Calais Campbell. He is a difference maker on the team. Everybody said, you're old, you're stupid, you're an idiot, blah, 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 blah. Okay, fine. The guy ended up being runner-up defensive player of the year. We could have had that guy if he had listened to me. I said this year, go get Demario Davis. Okay, listen. Anthony Hitchens, who's had an injury history, who's been up and down and everything else, literally, Ricky Lee, appreciate it, literally got $9 million a year. Demario Davis, who had led the NFL in solo tackles, has never missed a single game in his career, a field general, signed for $24 million for 3 years. Less than Anthony Hitchens. Dallas won't sign anybody. Who do we get? Nobody. Right now, we got nobody. We haven't made a move. What we'll do is, like my buddy Ari said, listen, we'll sign some guys in about 2 weeks, people that you've never heard of. And he's right. He is 100% right. I can't argue with that. Ricky Hess, Eagles Gang, and Ricky Lee, all you guys are, I've added you guys and to Chaz J to the drawing we'll do on Friday night. Like I said, I just wanted to come in and wish everybody a happy new year, but I see I'm going to actually hold it. Here's what I'm going to do right now.
Oh, do you want it?
Do I want what?
The Jason Garrett Award for the Dallas Cowboys for not getting DeMarlo Davis.
No. Here's what I'm going to do.
That's been the next one of my two.
And I'll see if I can find it. Shit. I am going to do a text right now. Congrats on going to New Orleans. Am I to blame because of the shrimp and grits?
Well, he is close to his hometown, too. Mississippi, so he can do more there, too.
Am I to blame for the shrimp and grits? Shrimp and grits? Damn. Should have done Texas chili. And let me put a smiley face. All right. I'm going to send that to him right now. So, you know what? I ain't mad at him for getting paid. But, damn, that's a guy. We're going to look back. I'm going to tell you next year, this time, we are going to look back and we're going to say, damn, why didn't we sign that guy? And I'm going to be sitting there. I'm going to be sitting there saying, I told you, Dallas Cowboys, to sign DeMario Davis. He is this year's Calais Campbell, the guy I told you guys to make sure we signed. But hey, what can I do? I'm just a guy with a voodoo doll and a day job. I don't work for ESPN. I don't work for the NFL Network or Fox Sports. But hey, I'm just, like I said, a guy who loves football. But I appreciate the guys, all the super chats and stuff like that. I just actually came on here. I've got all my boys are sitting there hitting me up and stuff, so my phone is going off. And let me let my wife know, actually, because she works with them. Real quick, let me let her know. DeMario signed with the Saints. Let her know at least that he is now off the market. So congratulations to him. And, here's what's interesting. Like I said, I hadn't planned on doing a show. I actually just planned on coming in here and just saying Happy New Year to everybody and see if there's anything going on and so on with our Cowboys. I'd hoped actually we would have had a move or something. The Honey Badger has been released, which is really cool because he is a really, really good safety. I mean, a really good safety. And I would love to see Dallas try and make a move for him. We need a safety. We need a safety bad. And I think that would be a difference maker. The reason why I had been so high on DeMario Davis, this is my new tagline, thanks to John. You control the middle, you control the field. And that's going to be kind of like save the cheerleader, save the world. But seriously, he's 100% right. If you can control the middle of the field, you can control the game, you can control the other team. And that has been our problem. You can look back since Darren Woodson. We have not been able to control the middle of the field. We have not had a quality safety. We've had some guys that Don't give me, Kevin, don't give me that. We don't have money. If you want money, you can get money. We had, going to free agency, before we did the franchise tag, let's see how much we had. Let's see. The Eagles were $10 million over. We were 18. We had $28 million more than the Eagles did going into free agency. Let me say it again. We had $28 million more than the Eagles did going to free agency. They were $10 million over. The freaking Eagles were $10 million over before they signed anybody. So don't give me this, we don't have money. Because they are going all out. They're, being creative. They're reworking deals. They're cutting some people and things like that. We can get $36 million right now if we want to. Zach Martin, you sign a check. You basically give him a bonus right now. Guarantee the money. You got $7.5 million. Okay? If you wanted to, you cut Des Bryant. You got 8.5 today. Or you've got 12.5 come January. Okay? You end up cutting Cole Beasley. Boom, 4.5. Excuse me, 4. You end up cutting, I don't know why we haven't let Orlando Scandrick go. You got 3.5 right there. James Hanna, you can get another couple right there. So if we wanted to do something, we could do something. So don't give me this, we don't have money. Listen. We've been creative before on trying to keep guys left and right. If you really want to get some money, get the long-term deal done for DeMarcus Lawrence so you can make it cap friendly. It's no. We are just doing this whole thing of deciding we're bargain basement shopping. We're not going to do jack crap until later on. That's their philosophy. But here's the thing about their philosophy. We've been doing their philosophy for a while. It ain't one jack crap. Now, I understand that they're looking at this, and maybe I'm just overreacting. But however, you still have to have the dogs in the fight, the horses in the race. You can say we're not going to spend money. Okay, I get that. But you've got to then come up with another plan. Because every other team out there has the same amount of money to work with as you do. It's how you use it. We've made some boneheaded mistakes in the past. I know. We've screwed up. We have screwed up royally in the past. We're still paying for past sins. Because you can go back all the way to Marion Barber, Miles Austin, Jay Ratcliffe, where we overpaid guys for one good year. And because of that, when we redid Tony Romo's contract, we had to turn around and borrow money from it. Tyron Smith's contract has been restructured 2 or 3 times at least to get more cash to make up for it. Because, see, we borrowed money back then, and we keep borrowing and borrowing. It's our payday loans. I know, it's a payday loan. And it just gets harder and harder to pay it back. However, there are ways to be creative to get money. One thing the NFL does, thank you, Cody. All you guys, I'll write these things. No, actually, let me do them now. Cody, thank you very much. Cody Beeson, Mark for Jim. There's quite a few guys that have actually already done some super chats. And like I said, I was just actually hadn't planned on doing much, but then Demario Davis signing just killed me. Chaz J. Demario Davis just took me over the top. Oh, that just literally took me over the top that he just signed. Oh. Ricky Lee. Hatcher. We're going to do a drawing on Friday for another one of the autographed Joe Boo shirts. I'm not sure which one we're going to do just yet. Eagles gang. Damn, we got a super chat from an Eagles fan. Eagles gang. 215. And Ricky Hess. And then I'll get back to my topic here. We can do anything we want to do. And the bottom line is this. We got 3 holes on the defense that we really need to upgrade. Okay, a lot of people are saying, well, you got to keep Anthony Hitchens and because he's the best linebacker. Okay, well, $9 million is way too much for Anthony Hitchens. But here's what you got to look at now. How can we upgrade? Because I'm not content with what we had, because in some of those games we couldn't bust a grape with the guys that we had. Okay, I can lose with you, and I can lose without you. So don't think that he was the be-all, end-all. I'm looking to see how can we get better, because that's the bottom line. All right, so Demario would have been getting better. Let's look at safety. I know there's a lot of guys out there that think that Jeff Heath's great. He gets a lot of, he's led the team in interceptions, everything. That's great. Pump up the volume. Sorry about that, guys. Michael's been in here messing with the system, so I came in here dry. He's been live streaming on Michael Anthony Fitness and stuff last night, and every time he does, he fucks up my stuff. So forgive me if the volume is not quite right. Let me see if I can get in here and bump it up a little more. I've got it all the way up on this end. Actually, maybe I should do this. I'm out of my element because this was not planned to happen actually today, but we've gone ahead and did this because it's the beginning of the league year. Okay, let me see if I can hold on one quick second here. Boom. And of course I forgot my glasses. Okay, hopefully that's a little bit better on the sound. I can't see from here on my settings, so hopefully I've got you up there about as loud as it's going to go right now. I've got to go back into the OBS and square that away, so forgive me. We'll get that later for you guys. But here's what we got to realize. Instead of just saying, well, we want to hold on to our guys, let's see if we can upgrade some people. Let's see if we can do better than what we have. So safety has been a problem for our Cowboys for a long time. About the, we had church and things, they were okay, but they still weren't, guys that you really looked at and said, man, that's a great safety. We haven't had a really, really good safety since Darren Woodson. And that's a bad thing. You need a safety. You need a guy who is lights out, a guy who has got his head on a swivel, who can read the quarterback's eyes, a guy who takes good angles and can make tackles in the run stopping. Because in the end, a safety is more of a hybrid between a cornerback and a linebacker. You've got to have that guy who can be the last line of defense and who is the leader, who leads by knocking guys out. A guy who, if I'm a wide receiver and I know I got to cross the middle, I'm wondering, where is that guy? Because I don't want my head taken off. We don't have that guy. The Honey Badger, I'll take him in a heartbeat. Earl Thomas, I'll take him in a heartbeat. Because you get him there, you get him with a Kevon Frazier, you get him there with Xavier Lays the Wood. You have a veteran presence. And the great thing about the Honey Badger is he's only 25 years old. He's a young guy. He's going to want a good chunk of change and deserves a good chunk of change. You get him, one of those two guys, then all of a sudden you can look at linebacker, you can look at defensive lineman, you can look at guard like Will Hernandez, who literally is begging to be with the Dallas Cowboys. We can take one of those pieces off before we go to the draft. And I would be good with that. But right now, we got too many holes that we're going to be able to plug through the draft. The draft is a crapshoot. You got a 50-50 chance. You could end up having the 2016 draft where you get a Zeke Elliott, a Dak Prescott, where you get a Collins, where you get a Rico Gathers, where you get, a Jalen Smith. Yeah, that's great. But those are few and far between. More times than not, you might get one or two starters and maybe an impact player, and that's considered a good draft. But to think that we'll be able to get a guard, a big beast to go in the middle, a linebacker, a safety, tight end, and a wide receiver, it's going to be kind of hard to do. Breaking news?
Yeah, that DeMar Davis got signed by the Saints.
I've been talking about that. Well, I know that. See, you know what? I'm going to knock this kid up.
Wait till I put this video out.
Okay, well, you know what?
Because somebody's getting a Jason Garrett Clapper award.
Yeah, okay, well, anyway. Yeah, I know DeMario signed with the Saints. Damn. That hurt, man. That hurt, DeMario. I thought you were my dog.
Yeah, but like you
Jerry,
said,
breaking news from Sergio. Jerry Jones ain't spending no damn penny on anybody. Yeah, well, you're about right on that.
What's DeMario Davis' philosophy?
Mike Fisher is the man. Okay, Mike Fisher's a dude. Okay, so we got two sides on the fence. What did Mike Fisher break for us? Actually, let me check the waiver wire here and see if there's any other big news that's happened. Is my son drunk? No. He's not.
No, I'm not. I rarely drink. That's a fact.
Dolphins cut Sue, so all right. Let's see, Cowboys. Are we going to do something? Up.
Did Cowboys finally do something?
No.
Oh.
Other than David Irving? Yeah, that's all I'm seeing is David Irving was the only thing that we've done. Keeping Dez shouldn't stop the Cowboys from looking for somebody else. Well, here's the thing that... Whoa!
What happened?
Leon Felton, man, damn. Thank you for that super chat, Leon. Leon is one of... is actually here in the D.C. area. And he always ends up letting me know any breaking news that's going on out there. I'll get a little text message from him like, hey, check this out. Because a lot of times I'm busy working. I do have a day job, believe it or not. And I don't always get everything else, and I appreciate it because I actually got a bunch of you guys that kind of let me know what's going on. And it's funny because a lot of times it's like, yeah, I'm trying to upload that video, and depending on where I am, sometimes they'll go up real quick, and sometimes they won't go out very well at all. Well, Rob, here's the thing. Yeah, they might be able to find a linebacker in the draft, but here's the problem. We need a guard. We need a swing tackle. We need a tight end. We need a wide receiver or two. We need a safety. We need a linebacker. And we also need a big, 300-plus immovable force to go in the middle. Yeah. Yeah, I know you're thinking, we got 10 picks, though. Yeah, but 10 picks, how many of them are even going to make the team? Okay. How many will make the team? How many will be an impact player? Because when we talk about we can find guys in the draft, we got spoiled. We drank the Kool-Aid after 2016 because we figured, hey, listen, we can just draft guys. And that's what we went into with the mentality of last season was let's get rid of all of our defensive backfield. No problem. Brandon Carr, we'll let the used car go. Morris Claiborne, well, he's always broke down anyway. Yeah, we'll let him go. Barry Church, he can go play someplace else. And who am I missing? The other safety. But we let all of those guys go, and we said, we'll just draft new guys. No problem. We'll plug them in. It's going to be great. But it wasn't.
The glass man?
No, I already said the glass man. But we plugged all those guys in, but it didn't work out real good to begin the season. Now, did it? Now, don't get me wrong. Jordan Lewis played fantastic all season. Awuzie, when he finally got healthy, did really good. Xavier Woods, he definitely showed flashes going on. But unfortunately, we didn't have those guys to start the season, and they weren't playing that way in the beginning of the season. And every game is important. So if we say we can find a linebacker, in the draft, very rarely are you going to find a linebacker in the draft that's going to make an impact from day one. You need some experience. And that's the same thing with wide receivers. It's the thing with pass rushers. Because everybody says, well, Taco's a bust. Well, quite frankly, Taco had more sacks his rookie season than Lawrence did. Lawrence only got 2 in the playoffs. He was injured most of the season. So you're talking about counting on guys who you're drafting that may be a bust, that may take time to mature, to learn the system. Come and give Joe Boo the drink. He's been. Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll give Joe Boo his refill right now. Then you're right. I forgot poor Joe Boo. Yeah, Jag the Jester. I'm actually live during the day because it's Happy New Year. It's the NFL season. 2018 is officially open, so I wanted to come out here and definitely say Happy New Year to everybody. And then we started having some breaking news on everybody but the Dallas Cowboys. Now, what's funny is some people don't realize I'm actually in the Washington D.C. area. Don't kill the messenger. Don't be mad at me because I don't live in Dallas. And I know some of you guys are saying you can't be a Dallas fan if you're not from Dallas. But hey, I say it's even harder to be a Dallas Cowboy fan if you're not in Dallas because you have to put up with all the damn Redskin fans. Now, you want to know a true Dallas Cowboy fan? Somebody from Philadelphia. Because that guy is risking life and limb to be a Dallas Cowboy fan. So don't give me this crap that you're not a real Dallas Cowboy fan. But what's been funny is listening to Sports Talk 980 here, and I love Doc Walker and Brian Mitchell because they tell it like it is. They won't hold, they will not hold any punches. They will tell you we suck. But listening to the Redskin fans, oh my God. Excuse me, guys. They are going off. They're talking about free agency and saying, man, we ain't doing jack crap. We keep signing over the hill nobodies and things and bums, this, that, and the other. And it's hilarious because it's like, wow, this is like deja vu. It's like I'm listening to my Dallas Cowboy buddies over here because they have literally been going off on the Redskins. But hey, at least we're not those guys. All the Cowboys bloggers live somewhere else. Okay. Well, I'm sure. Yeah, Extreme Archery. Yeah, there's a Redskin fan there. Right. Zeke Elliott suspended 5 games for saying the F word. Yeah. But you know what's funny? Speaking of Zeke Elliott, remember just a couple of days ago we saw a video of Odell Beckham? Is the NFL investigating that? Because nobody's talking about it anymore. Nobody is talking about it anymore. Just pointing that out. All right, so what do we know? We know that Ndamukong Suh, and I hope I got it right this time because somebody busted me because I'm a name butcher and I butchered his name earlier. Ndamukong Suh has been released. Would you want that guy on your line? Would you want that guy on your team? You can't deny his ability. And sometimes having a guy who's a little bit of an ass, sometimes a guy who is got a bit of an edge, shout out to Charles Haley, can be a difference maker. Now, here's what's interesting when I'm thinking about Ndamukong Suh. Ndamukong has been paid. I mean, he's really been paid. He's been through the Lions. And then he's been on South Beach. Now, there are worse places you could be and be on a losing team than South Beach. I think for him, it's got to be, I don't have but so many years left. Where's going to be the best place that I can try and get a ring? That would probably be his mentality. Now, the question is, what can Cowboys offer him on that one since we haven't been there in 20-some years? Can you offer him a plan and say, look, you are the missing piece that we need? If we can get you, I've heard the rumors to Philadelphia. Now, that one I've heard that he wants to go to Philadelphia. Now, the Eagles have pulled off some miracles. Now, I don't know how they're going to come up with that much money to pay Sue with all the other guys that they've already signed. They're going to have to let go of some people and really kind of go crazy. The one thing, I'm going to say this, and it may come back to bite me in the ass. So if there's any Eagle fans in here, go ahead, lambaste me. But I dare say that next year, the Eagles are going to take a nosedive. And it's not that I'm saying that because I'm a hater. I'm not saying that because I'm being a hater. The problem with bringing in a lot of new people is it takes time to gel. They are bringing in so many people, so many new faces that are having to get used to the Philadelphia way of doing it this year, that it may take them time to adjust. And when you've looked at us, when we brought in free agents, when we brought in, like, say, a David Irving, the first half of his season with us wasn't real good. It took him time to adjust and play. Second half of the season, all of a sudden, boom, he started taking off. And you look at that with rookies, generally speaking, your rookies. Anthony Brown, his rookie season, he started out kind of slow, but the second half of his rookie season, all of a sudden he came on because it takes time to get going, to learn the system. You're bringing in so many different pieces. You've got to figure out how to assemble them. What is this guy? This guy is a great player where he's been, but how does he fit in with the rest of the guys? What's the chemistry going to be like? And you're going to have a few personalities that may be a little explosive. And you're going to have some guys who are on the Eagles who are like, wait a minute, hold it. I was here busting my ass last year and got you that ring. Why are you bringing this chump in from somebody else that hasn't busted a grape? So then you start thinking, are we getting a little problems with the team getting along with each other? I don't know. But I think that they're going to start off a little bit slower. They're going to be hung over from the Super Bowl. Again, I know people are going to say, I'm just hating, but I'm telling you, watch it. You've got too many new faces coming in, and it's hard to get them to adjust. That's why I've said, let's try and get a couple pieces that are missing and lacking from our team. Well, Sergio, the Giants last year, they ended up having the free agency thing that usually takes 2 years. They ended up being really great on defense when they signed all those free agents, but the problem is after 2 years, when you get a big name free agent, they only last about 2 years. After that, the shelf life's gone. They cost too much money, you end up letting them go. But their team literally imploded. But it wasn't so much those free agents. It was a lack of having an offensive line and having a running game. No, I didn't hear about them wanting to trade Dez. That's hang on 1 second, guys. Hey, baby. I'm actually on air at the moment. I will see you when you get here, okay? Yeah, well, it's Happy New Year for the NFL, so we are. By the way, DeMario has signed with the Saints. It was the shrimp and grits that got him there. It's my fault because he is literally hooked on shrimp and grits, honey. So, yeah. But I'll see you in a few minutes when you get here. That's my wife. I'm taking the blame on him going to New Orleans. All you Saints fans, you owe it to me because I got him hooked on shrimp and grits last year. He came to town and said, look, I want some more shrimp and grits, man. He said, I'm coming to town. You make sure you have the shrimp and grits. So he's hooked on the shit. It's my fault. But anyway, I forgot where I was before the wife called. We got a 5 o'clock meeting that I have to take care of, so I can't stay here. So the question is, do you want a Ndamukong Suh on our team? If we control the middle, like I'm saying, you control the field. We haven't had a big stopping nose tackle in a long time. And if you got a nose tackle in there that's an immovable force that can put a little push up the middle, David Irving on the outside, alternating with Taco, you've got on the other side, DeMarcus Lawrence, they can get that rush up field. All of a sudden, that pocket collapses. And that's a good thing. That then makes it easier on your linebackers because you're keeping your linebackers clean because a guy like Ndamukong Suh is going to take up double teams. And it keeps those linebackers able to move because the defense isn't designed for the defensive line to make the tackles. The defensive line guys are there to occupy the offensive line. Your linebackers are the guys that are supposed to be making all the plays. Now, Vita Vea would be fantastic if he's there. But here's the thing. If we can plug one of the missing pieces, the pieces I say that are most important: safety, defensive line, linebacker, offensive guard. If we can get one of those pieces taken care of in free agency, then I'm happy with going into the draft. Because more than likely, you're going to end up having a Calvin Ridley, a Vita Vea, and Aaron Hernandez. One of those guys could fall to 19. You know there'll be a run on quarterbacks when Sam Bradford's getting $20 million to go to the Cardinals and only played a half a game last year. So when you look at it from that standpoint, if we can get one of those positions taken care of, and I don't care, hey, if we can get the Honey Badger, hey, great. If we can get Ndamukong Suh, great. One of those guys. Now I can focus in on getting me a guard. Now I can focus in on getting me a linebacker, somebody else to fill in. And then all of a sudden, I feel good. Now, if we can't get a Ndamukong Suh, how do you feel about the Honey Badger? Would you like to bring him in? The great thing about bringing him in is he's not going to cost you a draft pick as opposed to going for Earl Thomas. He's 25 years old. So, well, he had his incidents in college, which dropped him in the draft.
But after that,
it was one of those things where he couldn't stay off the weed. But apparently, weed is okay now because Odell has been seen with it. Weed is cool now, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, but the Honey Badger actually got so straight after he got
Right. True. Yeah, you didn't have any more problems with that. But weed is now cool because it's not a Dallas Cowboy who was smoking it. Am I wrong with that, guys? Yeah, Virginia Fine. Right, I agree with you. I would love to get. J Farm. Don't believe that hype. If they want to get some money, they can get some money. They can make some moves. They can cut some guys that are some dead weight and say this is going to be an improvement for the team. You can end up cutting some guys and bringing them back. You can end up restructuring some contracts if you want to. You could go ahead and let go, I don't know, say Orlando Scandrick, who is literally saying, please, Jerry, please, let my people go. You can do it if you want to do it. I am so disgusted right now that DeMario signed for $24 million for 3 years. And I'm looking around at some of these trades that are being made for ham sandwiches for guys. Oh, God. But hey, what do I know? I'm a guy with a day job and a voodoo doll. Cut Crawford. Well, here's the problem with Crawford. Unless you make him a June 1st cut, you make him a June 1st cut, you can get $8.5 million. If you cut him right now, you're only saving about $1 million. So, and his contract isn't really his fault, his cap number. He was another one of those guys that we end up restructuring to get some cash to make up for those past mistakes. Those payday loans we keep having. I tried to post the link for you so my math is accurate. I appreciate that. The numbers are so much in flux. It's crazy anyway. Nobody really knows truly cap numbers and everything else down to it. Heck, half the teams can't figure this shit out. You'd rather have Dez over Sanders? Okay. Well, Dez, they figured we got to go ahead and keep Dez because, the numbers of what guys are going on for out there. Hold on to Dez for another year. Work on getting a replacement for him, and it'll be more cap friendly to let him go the following year. It gives you some time. Laugh some more. Scandrick will be released. Spoke to Jarrah 5 minutes ago. Well, you know what? Next time you talk to Jarrah, go ahead. Tell him to give me a call because I'd really like to talk to Jarrah myself. Okay. Well, Jay. Okay. Here's the thing, Jay. If you end up making him a June 1st cut, you end up dropping that 7.9 dead money. And the same thing with Dez Bryant. If you end up making him a post June 1st cut, you actually save $12.5 million for this year. Sue's officially been released. Calm down, all you Madden players. I love that.
Sam Hurd or Odell Beckham? Oh, wow. Okay. Well, Andrew, that'd be great if Rico could be our new threat. But the question is can he take a hit? He hadn't played football since basically 8th grade, and he had one hit on the turf, and it took him out for, he was on injured reserve. So the question is, can he continue to take hits? Do I think we'll make a move in free agency?
No.
Now, the question is, okay, that's you need to say, you mean a free agent who is somebody you've heard of? That may be actually a starter? That's a different question than if you're saying Nolan Carroll or DeMontre Moore. Yeah, I know DeMario's signing with the Saints, so. DeMario, here's to you, buddy. Yeah. Oh, they'll be doing some June 1st cuts because here's the thing. If the way you have to look at guys, the question has to be, do I pay Tyrone Crawford $9 million? Or do I cut him and say Taco's his replacement? Taco had 3 sacks. Tyrone Crawford had 4. Taco has, $1.5 million salary? Or $2.5 million? Cap number for Tyrone Crawford's $9 million. I can save $8.5 million. Okay, so June 1st, I can get $8.5 million and let Tyrone Crawford go. That $8.5 million, I can go through the second free agency period when teams are cutting guys after the draft because we drafted a rookie that's going to take his spot. And I could also use that money to try and make a long-term deal for, say, a Zach Martin. So that's one of the ways you have to look at that, too. And then you also have to realize, too, as you start getting towards training camp, you're going to have a lot of guys that are cut from teams that still have valuable miles on them. Matt, I'm wondering if the Cowboys did. I'm going to say I bet you they didn't, and I'm going to tell you why I say that they didn't. Jerry Jones and the anthem protests. We all know Jerry Jones' stance that if anybody on my team, kneeled, they would be, something would happen to them. Demario Davis was one of the players, him like and Malcolm Jenkins and all that were negotiating with the NFL about the anthem protests and ended up getting that $100 million that they're going to be using going back into communities and things, which is shout out to him. That's another one of those reasons that I really like him, because he realizes that football is my career, my platform, and what can I do with it to help other people. So it's beyond just football with what he does. And that probably would not be the guy that Jerry Jones would want to sign. And that's the reality of it, too. So more than likely, I doubt the Cowboys even thought about it. But it gets to be, sometimes you get stuck in your mind. The Cowboys have passed on players like T.J. Watt because he said, they say he's not the prototypical size that we like. He's not tall enough for us. That's great. You can look at a guy and say, well, the perfect quarterback is 6'2". 6'4", a cannon for an arm, about 230 pounds, blah, 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 blah. But the question you have to ask is, can the guy play football? Because you have guys that are the perfect build and everything else that can't bust a grape. They can't do jack, can't play football. You have workout warriors that look great. Oh, my God, this guy did 35 225 lifts. The guy's got a 10-foot broad jump. He's got a 4.40. But can he play football? And that's DeMario. DeMario can play football. But it is what it is. But anyway, guys, I didn't plan on doing this live stream right now. We may, I may go ahead and come back like tonight a little bit later on and just do a little short live stream in case the Cowboys actually do something. But I want to wish each and every one of you guys a happy new NFL league year. And hopefully our Dallas Cowboys will find some players that can get us over the hump. I'm tired of talking about the Eagles. I'm tired of talking about all the other teams and everything else. I am ready to be loud and proud about my Dallas Cowboys winning it all. And that's what we have to work towards right now. I'm Mark Holmes. This is Cowboy Joe Boo. And I will see you guys real soon. Well, that is, if I go back to the other screen here and exit out. I'll see you soon.